Milwaukee Brewers left fielder Chris Davis. Now here I am at this bridge going over the Indian River Creek, something like that. A far cry from the last bridge I was at, walking across the state lines, I think, and going near the Hoover Dam. Now, a lot of people might say that Chris Davis's 2014 season was a disappointment. I'm sure he's going to be one of those as well. Now, there's really nothing wrong with batting, 244, 22 home runs, 69 RBIs. That's not that bad, really, for like a guy in like his, technically, I think maybe first season, since he only got 136 at-bats in 2013. Now, you might say, okay, well, that's not that good either. And I'll agree with you on that one. Because the left field has been and always will be a position of power. That's where your production comes from. Left field, right field, first base, third base, and anything you get above that is a bonus. Now, he's going to tell you that he didn't have as good of a year as he probably should have. He wasn't very patient at the plate, obviously resulting in his 244 batting average. He didn't play that well defensively either, which has been the huge knock against him, ever since, ever. They said, like, well, he's good. He's a good power hitter, going to strike out a bunch, but he's also going to have a poor arm and play poor defense. Now, I really don't think he was as bad as most people kind of cut him out to be. He played it safe. That was the Ryan Braun method when he played left field. He made, the easy plays, and he didn't try to make the too difficult ones. And so by playing it safe, one can argue that, you can't play baseball safe. You can't do anything safe. You can't live life safe. Where's the point in that? You got to go out there and live. You got to go play hard. You got to give it 100% effort every time. Balls to the walls until the wheels fall off. Go like Carlos Gomez does. But if you're not a plus athlete, if you don't have that kind of speed, that kind of range, that athletic ability, everything like that, then I guess you just got to play it safe. It's going to be his bat, though, not his glove or his arm that's going to keep him in the major leagues. And, keep him as one of our outfielders until, something better comes along. Now, I don't think, he was that much of a disappointment. But when you're going to say, offense was the reason that the Brewers didn't make the playoffs in 2014, he probably didn't have as good of an offensive season as you probably thought he should have. And so you got to kind of then, put the blame a little bit on Chris Davis. Because it's his fault. His fault at the end of the day. Well, not his fault entirely, but his fault somewhat at the end of the day that the Brewers didn't make the playoffs. If you're going to base it on offense, that's you got to start pointing fingers. He doesn't get the biggest finger point. Doesn't get the pointer finger. Maybe the pinky finger. Maybe the ring finger. I don't know. He gets one of the fingers, but not the biggest finger that you have. And man, I really... He was just kind of there. I really wish I could say something about him that wasn't just kind of like, hey, Chris Davis played baseball this year, but that's really all I got. He wasn't flashy. He was kind of known for being in the clutch a little bit. He did kind of come up big with some game-winning hits or some, just timely hits, that... either, got us in a position to win the game, late or anything like that. So he was kind of clutch, I'll give him that, which you don't rarely see from, a younger player. But otherwise, he just kind of was there. Do I think he can improve? Of course. When you have the kind of season that he did, there's nowhere to go but up. Do I think he will? Absolutely. I think, give him the right coaching and just, what he's got to do, he became a little too anxious at the plate. Started swinging, at pitches that weren't strikes. And that's no way to like make yourself into a productive major league ball player? I mean, I don't know. Obviously, I've never been there. I got as high as church league softball, I think. So I'm not going to be one to talk and just be like, hey, you know, what you're doing is wrong. But I think I've watched enough baseball in my life to know that, like, guys who just, play baseball that way, like, they're not going to really have a, Hall of Fame career. And not everybody's going to have it. I get you, whatever. But where I'm at right now, like I said, really pales in comparison to where I was last time and how amazing that random adventure was. So what I'm going to do here for you is kind of give you a nice little view of, what here. Whoa, look at this surrounding. And down there, my God, the drop is just so incredibly crazy. Like, I hope I don't, fall over to the edge into this frozen creek. So that's where we're going on that side. And if we look on the other side of the bridge, we got, what is this? Oh, the same thing. Frozen creek bread. Bread? Frozen creek bread. That actually sounds like a pretty good idea. I'm going to wake up every morning as a expert baker and give everybody some frozen creek bread. So, that is where I came from. Actually, I think that's where I came from. That's where I went. And now this is where I'm going. So, Chris Davis, his 2014 season was just all right. But the nice thing about it is what it does is it gives him plenty of room and plenty of opportunities to improve. And I think Chris Davis will. He's going to be a good ball player. Is he going to be great? Probably not. But he'll be good enough. And as long as you have, guys like Braun and Lucroy and Gomez and Segura, playing well offensively, if he's the fifth best offensive player on your team, you got a pretty damn good team for a guy who's going to give you, 250, 260 batting average, 20 home runs and 70 RBIs. If that's your fifth best player, then I think you're going to be all right. So, once again, from the Indian River Creek bridge, like I said, it's no Hoover Dam, the Memorial Pat Tillman whatever bridge. It's nothing like that, of course not. How could it be? This is Wisconsin. We don't have things like that. That's why we drink too much. That's why we don't have nice things. So, Chris Davis, but there's always room to get better, pal. So, cross that bridge over to the next level. I'll be over there waiting for you. Later, pal.